6 slabs of granite, 19 feet tall, standing in an empty field in Georgia. Carved into them instructions for rebuilding civilization. 10 commandments for a new world order, written in 8 languages. No one knew who paid for them. No one knew why. For 42 years, they stood there, silent and waiting. Then at 4:03 in the morning, someone detonated a bomb, and within hours, the entire monument was gone. In 1979, a man walked into the office of the Elberton Granite Finishing Company in Elberton, Georgia. He introduced himself as Robert C. Kersten. He said it was a pseudonym. He wanted to commission the most expensive granite monument ever built in Elbert County. The project manager, Joe Fenley, thought it was a joke. The stranger was calm, articulate, and carried precise specifications on paper. He represented, he said, a small group of loyal Americans who had been planning this for 20 years. He paid in full. He never returned. Then something changed. The monument was unveiled on March 22, 1980, in a field 7 miles north of Elberton. 4 massive granite slabs surrounded a central pillar, capped by a stone lid. It weighed nearly 240,000 pounds. Drilled into the capstone were holes aligned with the North Star and the sun solstices. A slot channeled light at solar noon to indicate the date on a carved calendar. The engineering was deliberate. Every surface carried text. The inscriptions laid out 10 guidelines for humanity. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely. Unite humanity with a living new language. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. The messages were carved in English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, traditional Chinese, and Russian. Additional text in Babylonian cuneiform, classical Greek, Sanskrit, and Egyptian hieroglyphics adorned the capstone. Local residents were divided from the start. Some called it America's Stonehenge. Others called it a conspiracy monument built by devil worshippers. A pastor led a campaign to have it destroyed within months of its unveiling. Families drove hours to see it. Vandals defaced it with spray paint. For decades, the Guidestones sat in that empty field, drawing tourists and suspicion in equal measure. Nobody knew who Robert C. Kersten really was. Nobody knew where the money came from. The granite company president took the client's identity to his grave. But here's what nobody talked about at the time. The banker who handled the funds was sworn to secrecy. He reportedly destroyed all records after the monument's completion. The land was purchased through an intermediary. The deed was later transferred to Elbert County, so no private owner could ever remove it. Whoever designed this monument did not simply want it built. They wanted it to outlast every institution that might oppose it. They engineered permanence, and for 42 years, it worked. The first theory was straightforward. Robert C. Kersten was a wealthy Rosicrucian or Freemason, encoding esoteric philosophy into stone. The alignment with celestial bodies, the emphasis on reason over faith, the global language proposal, all pointed to Enlightenment-era secret society thinking. Researchers noted the pseudonym's initials matched Christian Rosicrucian, the legendary founder of Rosicrucianism. But there was a problem. No Rosicrucian or Masonic organization ever claimed the monument, and the population control language didn't match any known fraternal order's published philosophy. Others argued it was a eugenics-manifesto. The instruction to guide reproduction wisely echoed language from the American eugenics movement. The 500 million population cap implied eliminating over 90% of humanity. Critics saw not guidelines but a blueprint, and yet no evidence ever linked the monument to any specific eugenics organization, and the multilingual presentation suggested an internationalist perspective at odds with the movement's historically nationalist character. A third theory emerged in the 2000s. Documentary filmmaker Christian J. Pinto proposed that a local doctor named Herbert Hinzie Kersten was the true author, based on shared philosophical views and circumstantial connections to the granite company. A 2015 documentary by 10th Legion Pictures presented additional evidence linking Kersten to the project, but definitive proof remained elusive. The identity of R.C. Kersten has never been confirmed. And then came something nobody expected. At 4:03 a.m. on July 6, 2022, surveillance cameras recorded an explosion. One of the 4 slabs was destroyed. By that afternoon, authorities demolished the remaining structure, citing safety concerns. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation released footage showing a silver sedan fleeing the scene. No arrest has ever been made. For 42 years, the Guidestones mystery drew conspiracy theorists and curious travelers to a remote corner of Georgia. Candidates for political office called for their destruction. Pastors preached against them. Internet forums dissected every word. The monument became a mirror. People saw in it whatever they already feared: New World Order agendas, satanic blueprints, population control schemes, or simply the eccentric vision of a wealthy idealist. What remains is absence. The field north of Elberton is empty now. The granite that survived earthquakes, storms, and decades of vandalism could not survive a single improvised explosive. Elbert County chose not to rebuild. The identity of the bomber is unknown. The identity of the builder is unknown. Both acted in secrecy. Both got exactly what they wanted. 6 slabs of granite, instructions for a world that never came. 42 years of silence, ended by a bomb in the dark. The Guidestones were demolished, and with them went the last physical evidence of whoever Robert C. Kersten truly was. What kind of message requires both anonymity and permanence? The Unsolved Vault. New cases every week.